The Daily Wire is taking the fight to Disney with an all-new Snow White movie. Regardless of how you feel about the Daily Wire, they have taken the online space by storm with their conservative politics. Now, they are looking to go even further into the space of children's entertainment and movies. The war against Disney is a battle the Daily Wire has been fighting for years. It first started in 2021 when Lucasfilms, which Disney owns, fired the Mandalorian star Gina Garano for what they deemed to be offensive tweets. This was a highly controversial decision, and Daily Wire stepped up to lend a helping hand and put their money where their mouths were. They released a film together with Garano called Terror of the Prairie, and both the critic and audience scores were fairly positive. In 2022, Daily Wire decided to take things to the next level when they announced that they would be investing $100 million into children's content. The co-CEO of the company stated, "Americans are tired of giving their money to woke corporations who hate them. They're tired of giving their money to woke media companies who want to indoctrinate the children with radical race and gender theory. But they want to do more than just cancel them. They want alternatives." Boring added. The Daily Wire is giving them those alternatives. Since then, the Daily Wire has launched a number of animated shows, including an all-new kids platform called Bentkey. Now they are back with an all-new live-action Snow White movie. As expected, reactions to this have been somewhat divided on the internet. The Daily Wire's Snow White aims to bring the classic film back to life. Many feel that the remake from Disney does not fairly represent the original. Rachel Zegler will be starring in Disney's remake, and the film has been heavily criticized for its direction. While no official trailer has been released yet, there are plenty of online images and interviews. Zegler herself has come under fire recently for the way she has spoken about the original. The Disney Live remake will take a complete pivot in what they call an update for a modern audience. This is where the Daily Wire comes in with their own version of the classic film. Daily Wire said in a statement, "It's a story about a princess and a prince, about beauty and vanity, about love and its power to raise us from death to life. It's our own adaptation of an ancient fairy tale." Star of the movie Brett Cooper said in her own statement, "I was raised on the original Grimm's fairy tales, so I'm thrilled that we're bringing this iconic story to life for the next generation. Snow White is such a beautiful character, and I'm honored to be playing her. Like all the best fairy tales, this is a story with timeless values, like love, friendship, and kindness, and I can't wait to share them." Co-CEO Jeremy Boring went on to say, "While Disney still uses Walt's name, they have all but abandoned his legacy," he claimed. "It's taken 100 years to build Disney. We know we aren't what they are today, but we hope in time we might become what they were once upon a time. A little studio with big ideas and the courage to chase them." As expected, some figures within the media do not like what the Daily Wire is doing. One outlet that took exception to the Daily Wire was none other than the Mary Sue. They first suggested that the movie was for incels. They stated that the Daily Wire could not handle the fact that Rachel Zegler rightfully pointed out that not everyone liked the original Snow White. It is worth pointing out that people were not upset with those comments. I do not even think Zegler ever said that. People were upset with the calling Prince Charming creepy comments. Her distaste for the original movie is what people do not like. Certain media outlets, including the Mary Sue, also took exception to Jeremy Boring's description of the movie. Boring described the movie as beauty and vanity do not overpower love, and that love can conquer all. The Mary Sue insists that this is not what the movie is about at all. Regardless of what you think of the Daily Wire, I would say that the description is much closer to the original than Disney's. Based on interviews from Disney producers and Zegler herself, they are telling a story of some feminist icon who is strong and independent and needs no man. That story on its own is fine to tell, but it is not Snow White's story. Regardless of where you fall politically, the retelling from the Daily Wire feels much closer to the classic. Whether you feel that is good or bad is for you to decide. There is a chance that both these versions end up sucking. I am also not sure how the Daily Wire is allowed to release this movie. I was under the impression that Disney owned the IP. We also need to talk about the other allegations. Some within the media are claiming that Daily Wire is making kids' content to push propaganda. This would be a fine allegation if they were consistent in their arguments. People are pretending that Disney is not doing the exact same thing. Disney has been using animation and movies to push their politics for years now. This is the case for most, if not all, entertainment. A creator of a show will always push a story in their political or social direction. Daily Wire is not exempt from this. They are clearly conservative. Everyone at the company is also highly religious. They will obviously push their entertainment in that direction. This will be done intentionally and sometimes unintentionally. However, you cannot sit here and criticize Daily Wire for doing this and ignore Disney. At least Daily Wire is honest with their political leanings. They clearly state that they are conservative. So, if you choose to watch their content, you know exactly what you will be getting. This gives you the option to decide if you want to engage or not. The problem comes more with companies who hide their bias. Those who claim that they are neutral. People end up watching only to realize that there is propaganda. This can be a way for dangerous, especially for young people. In the end, we have two companies with their own sets of values. Each will push forward with messaging that favors what they believe in. It will be up to the audience to make a choice of what they will watch. You can dismiss both, watch one, or support both. More competition is always better. Daily Wire's Snow White will be released in 2024. Although no official date has been given yet, it will likely run close to the same time as Disney's movie. I do have a feeling, though, that Disney will be delaying their release.